Welcome on into QB Film Room. The NFL. All right, I'm going to try to talk about a few issues, a few situations. The first one is Kirk Cousins and the Vikings. Like, what's going on here? They're 2-2. Bears game was putrid. Now, that Bears defense is stellar. All right, that Bears front four is unreal. Okay, now, Kirk Cousins, is he primarily at fault for what's happening in these losses? When you watch the game, you say, yes, he is, based upon the performance. But my thing is, okay, in Washington 2017, 2016 at times, 2015, he's putting up these numbers. He's throwing the football all around the yard. He's playing in a Jay Gruden system who had anywhere from 4 to 6 receiving targets, whether they were tight ends, whether they were a slot receiver in Jamison Crowder, whether it was Deshaun Jackson for a year, whether it was Jock Doxson as a rookie, Vernon Davis, okay, Jordan Reed, surrounded by these playmakers. All right, so that's what the film said. 2014 to 2017, surrounded by playmakers, playing in Jay Gruden's offense. Okay, fairly laid back regime. Obviously not that laid back, but compared to what he's playing for now, Mike Zimmer, where the pressure's on ever since he's been there, defensive coach, changing coordinators every year, likes to be in control, always has a stern look on his face. And Cousins is a guy who feels pressure. He does. Talented quarterback, talented thrower of the ball, but it's very Mark Sanchez-esque when he gets into a negative downward spiral in terms of his confidence. That's what he looks like. And this is the thing. This is the critical component to making a quarterback successful. In one argument, you can say, all these guys are in the National Football League. They have to perform. But if you play the game, and if you've really studied it from a quarterback perspective, from an offensive perspective, from a perspective of out-scheming and out-coaching and winning the chess match on Sunday for 60 minutes, not the week, yes, the week leading up to the game, but not all the hard work and the weightlifting and the scouting and the bringing in players and saying the right things and sounding really good from a general management perspective, from a coaching perspective. Everything sounds elite. The thing with football is it really just comes down to the game. And if the right plays are called against the right looks and everybody's on the same page and you're somewhat loose, you're not tense, and you've got stuff that's going to work for your quarterback, that's what it comes down to. All the other stuff really doesn't matter when the games are decided. It's all that other shit you did, all that other stuff you did, it's important, but does it really cause you to win or lose a game? No. It's, can you out-scheme and out-coach and out-personnel and have the right guys around your quarterback? That's what it boils down to. And in Minnesota, we're seeing this constant work in progress. It's like they take a step forward, they take a step back. Even last year in 17, they win 3-4 games in a row. Then they have a skid in late November, early December. They lose at New England. It's and obviously those are good football teams who you're going up against, right? But you got to have more than 2 receivers to throw the football to. You got to have a tight end who can actually be a difference maker. And they just continue to stick with Rudolph, 17, 18, and now 19. And he really hasn't given them anything. Nothing. And they've got this great back in Dalvin Cook, and they're bringing in Kubiak. And it's just very confusing. It's just really confusing. But when you take a step back, you go, well, they're being out-coached. And the defense is fine. The defense is elite. But is that a problem? Because it forces the offense to be that much more oh, we got to make this work. Oh, we got to run the ball now. Oh. It's just very like it's very interesting. And at the center of it is Cousins and his temperament. And yes, he's a very self-aware quarterback. You can make the argument that he's never really been a consistent winner, obviously. And but I know he's a better quarterback than what we've seen with the Vikings. Like, I mean, we saw it at Washington. He looked like an elite quarterback a lot of the time. So I think it's just an issue of not surrounding him with enough pieces, not allowing him to be free, and having this, pressure that's just, omnipresent every day within the organization. Like, I don't know, man. But they have a tough schedule moving forward. This is going to be interesting to see what happens.